Hey, I'm Expectaz, and in this video I'm going to further explore the options to remix the sample we made in this previous video. The previous video I will link up there somewhere on top, so you can listen to it, or it's just the previous video in the tutorial list, whatever you want. What we made basically was we had slices, and these slices were played using the pads from the Akai Force. We resampled it and we were able to play it. But to be even more creative, you can do several other things that I just thought of after half an hour of thinking. And that's if we select all the pads, for example. We go into the clip editor mode, so press Shift Clip. We are in there, or you press edit and then the clip, that also works. But I use shift and clip all the time because that's my my favorite go-to combination, I think. We have the sample over here, and as you can see, we press this this icon and then all pads are selected still. Otherwise you will edit only one of these pads. If you press current, for example, or multiple, you can select which ones you want to edit, but in my case I want to have all because let's just do them all. And to be creative, I was thinking, what if we just loop the sample instead of tailing it? Does that work as well? And I found out that that does work, so let's do it. You have this pad loop icon here, and if you press that, all the sounds will now loop, and it's even easier to play a melody or something. Listen. So that's very cool. You're not even limited to a forward loop. You can also ping pong it by pressing this pad loop button again. Listen to this. This is really cool. You can make a track out of this if you want. And that's very nice. You can also go backwards only when it loops. Or we don't loop it. Then I was thinking, alright, this looping thing is really nice, but we also have this arpeggiator on the Akai Force. So let's listen to what we can do there. Enable the arpeggiator. And I've put it to 4th notes, but you can try any combination here that you want. But let's try 4th notes because it's not too quick. And also the note length I've set to 100 because otherwise it might be too short. But let's listen what happens. You can press any combination, so you have the latch notes function, that's this one, and it holds the notes. If I don't press it, it just, when you release the note, it stops. And you have an instant melody, like then you can play with the patterns of the Arp, and there are a lot of them. You have up, down, all kinds of stuff. Let's do it like this, down, or up, down. Random, thumb up, and whatnot. Then there's another function. It's not only an ARP, but also it can play patterns, rhythms and patterns. Let's start with the rhythms. That's a good one. Note repeat, I'm not going into that right now. That's just repeating the same note, basically like an ARP, but they're not in an what do you say, they don't follow each other, the notes, but they stay the same. Rhythm is some kind of rhythm, and there are a few patterns in here. Not too much, but hey, let's try and maybe it works. And in this case, I might want to have a little bit more tail length to my samples. And as well, the timing division. So you can play around with this rhythm thing. But what I found is that here in the patterns there are a lot of interesting patterns. And for instance, I played with this one, the Bass Synth Dance 02. It has a MIDI melody. And if you do it like this, it generates your own melodies basically. So let's play around with a few patterns. And I can also press the latch notes. Let's make it quicker. And now we can just scroll through the list of these patterns to find something that we might like. This is cool. And then we can remix it using yeah, it's trial and error, but I think you find something that you might like. This one is cool. I like this. It was. Yeah, this is cool. And now, no, 16 notes. And now we can start just recording this. It's record armed. Let's go into this clip and we are going to record it. So this is what we are going to record. I press record, and since this one is only recording, I can press the launch button over here, and this is the only clip that will record. So let's try to see if it works. I don't have to think about this melody, it just works. And now, if everything goes well, I disable the arpeggiator and can just play it and hear what happens. I think I missed a note in the beginning, but that doesn't really matter because I can of course also trim the loop. Let's make the loop 4 long, and then we are going to play only this part, then it's the correct one, or I copy the notes and I get them over. Sometimes you miss some notes. I don't know why that happens, but it does sometimes. But I think this loop is cool. And then we can play with individual notes and just for instance, let's get a few of those and nudge them. Transpose, I mean. you get unexpected results. You never know what's going to happen. And then if you put a kick underneath, it starts rocking. Let's do it. I'm stealing the rhythm now, but and just try and play with it. You get a hang of it. I think this really works. So basically that's what we did. We remixed our chopped samples and made it into a melody using the ARP or the loop function, which is a great one. Let's do it one more time. If you like it, please hit the like button and the subscribe button, and then I see you the next time. See ya!